see you. I've had quite a long break. I'm not going to go into too much detail. We had sad times in the family, so I've taken a bit of time away, but I'm back now and I've got a couple of bits to show you. Now, I'm not calling it an elephant, but it's in the room. My Lissington line's finally finished. I absolutely love it. Look at what a cheery thing it is. Oh, it's what yarn did I use for the base? The main colour was, oh yeah, it's King Cole anti-tickle merino, which you can buy on a cone. I think you get 500 grams. It's 400 or 500 grams for about 20-25 quid. Really good value, really lovely yarn, and all the stripes are just random odds and ends, bits and bobs, leftover scraps of yarn from sock and shawl knitting, really. I've got a huge bag of scraps still, even though I've finished that. I mean, I don't repeat all the colours. Some of the colours are just on the sleeves and not on the body. Some of them are on both. I just think it's going to be one of those things that when you wear it, it's going to make you feel really happy, because I've got, like, see, oh, I don't know if you can see. I might pop some pictures in at the end, or I might even dip them in here, if depending on how techie I'm feeling. How much bothered I can be. Like down here, oh, I will put pictures in, because there's a picture, there's a stripe near the bottom that's a pink and white self-striping yarn in real life, but in here it's just got a massive, it's pooling, so I've got a massive block of really bright pink that will be, the line will sit just in the middle of your lap, so when you're wearing it, because it's tunic length, which is my favourite, it will sit just across my thighs, so I'll be able to look at it, and I love that. And the sleeves, I've used some of my really favourite yarns in those, because I'll be looking at them all the time. I love this like neon green here. There's a bit of I Knit London yarn, my favourite yarn ever, which of course though Gerard is no longer dying, so that's a shame. I say that every time though, don't I? But I miss him that much. I'm delighted with it, and I cannot wait. Well, I'd really love to be able to wear it to the Southern Wool show, because Knitterish Designs, who I bought the pattern from, that's where I saw it first, was at the Southern Wool show, but that's at the end of August, which is a bit on the warm side in Newbury at the end of August for a great big jumper. So yeah, I couldn't be more delighted with it. I'm so pleased. At the other end of the scale, the jumper I'm wearing is a disaster, and I'm only wearing it now for warmth. I'm not even going to stand up and show it to you because it looks so bad on me. You know, when you make it, I liked making it, I like the pattern. I'm not so keen on the yarn, which feels very, it unplies really quickly, and you know it's one of those yarns that as soon as you wear it, this is going to peel really badly. But it looks nice when it's not on me. In fact, I might take it off and put it on the stand so you can see it. It's the Sirdar Jewel Spun Ombré Aran, design number 10840. See, it looks really nice, doesn't it? But let me tell you, it hits me at exactly the wrong spot. It stops just on my hips, and because I'm busty, it just makes me look like a big block. I literally look like a breeze block in it. So I'm taking it off now, and that's the first and only time I've worn it, and I shall never ever put it on again, because it looks so bad on me. It makes me question my entire being. It makes me feel like a monster. So yeah, we don't wear things that make us look ugly. I'm going to pause you, or stop you even, for a moment while I redress older. Well, I don't, she doesn't have a name. You could suggest the name if you want. Hold on. Right. So here we are. It looks all right on the stand, doesn't it? Not too bad. But I think because there's a lot of positive ease around here, but with quite sort of normal sleeves. I think if the sleeves were bat wing, or you know, if they were deeper sleeves, that would mask it a bit. But on me, because I'm busty, it just doesn't look nice at all. It just, this all fills out into a big block like that just comes straight down, and then it cuts me across the hips, which is not a great point for me anyway. And it just looks absolutely hideous on me. There's no two ways about it. And I don't really know what I'm going to do with it now, because I don't know anyone else who would wear it. People in the family tend to have sort of similar body shape to me. None of my friends would wear it. I might donate it to my knit and natter group. They have a Christmas fair in support of what is to raise funds to keep the group going, really, because it's in a church hall, and they have to kind of be, it's not a church group, but it is run by people who go to that church, and I think there's some sort of like politicky kind of infighting behind the scenes at the church, where there's some people that don't want there to be a knitting group in the hall. I don't know why. Anyway, maybe it's because they don't have to pay as much for it and they would rather rent it out to other people. Whatever the shenanigans are, they're having a Christmas bazaar, and I might just donate it to that. I really like the buttons on it as well, which is a shame. Oh, the whole thing's a shame because it feels lovely. As I say, the yarn, I wouldn't buy that again. It's nice and soft. It is acrylic, but it feels very acrylic-y. It's not like squeaky. It's not like when people say about squeaky yarn. It's not like pound shop yarn. It's nice enough yarn, but it just, oh, I'm so disappointed, because it would have been an absolute workhorse in my wardrobe, because I could really do with a cardigan just like that. Only it would need to be, I would say, maybe 6 inches longer. And I felt like when I was knitting it, like it was going to be okay. I measured it against me, the measurements in the in the diagram, and it felt like it would be okay. But sometimes it's not until you actually put something on, is it? I mean, we all know that from online shopping, that you have to get the thing home and put it on yourself before you can tell whether it's going to work or not. And this most certainly does not work. Never mind. I'll think of something to do with it. The only problem is, if I donate it to the sort of church bazaar, I know they'll charge something like £5 for it, and the yarn was like £23, something like that, because you get like this giant 400-gram ball of yarn, and you just need one of those to make the whole damn thing. So yeah, I could stick it in my Etsy shop, I guess. Maybe someone would buy it in there. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll stick it in my Etsy shop, and if it doesn't sell in there, then I'll donate it. I'll give it enough time. So yeah, pluses and minuses. Let's have another quick little look at this so that I cheer myself up, because I'm upset about that. Let's see. Oh, it's my shawl. Now this is a perfect length on me, and it does I still do look like a bit massive in it, because I am massive. And that's back to front. So I've got some Christmas yarn here, and let me show you that big pink stripe. See that? Oh, isn't that lovely? Oh, I'm so happy with it. But this one, because I haven't tried this one on yet either, but I know it will hit me at exactly the right spot. Even if this looks horrible on me, I might just, I definitely will just keep it, and maybe I'll just wear it around the house. But I think with like a pair of jeans or like a knee-length skirt, stretchy skirt, I think that will look absolutely smashing. I could quite fancy a bright red stretchy skirt to go with that. We should have to have a little shopperoonie, see what we can find. Now, I've got two things on the needles I'm going to show you. I have many things on my needles dotted around hereabouts, but I'm only concentrating on, like, I'm trying to have like one thing at a time that I absolutely want to finish, and then you know, funsy things where, you know, sometimes you're just in the mood to knit a pair of socks, aren't you? So I took my glasses off to tuck that bit of hair behind my ear, which was annoying me because I can just see, obviously I can see myself, which is not always pleasant. This is, oh, this is lovely. Oh, I love this very much. And you can't go wrong with a cowl. There's no way on earth you can ever not look nice in a cowl, is there? This is called the Pink Pop by Karin Fernandez for Beautiful Knitters. Now, these are terrible pictures and they don't really show. And I can't do more than that because the pattern, the actual, you know, the workings of the pattern's right below that. But this is still a free pattern on her website. If you go to the Beautiful Knitters website and go to the patterns section, she has several free patterns on there and they are all corkers. Now this, oh God, I love this. Look at how lovely that is. It couldn't be more simple. Now I think it would be better if it was knitted the opposite way to the way she says. So if you knitted it inside out, because you purl. And then these are literally, that's a row where you have yarn overs and that's just doing a knit stitch. And it makes this sort of droplet shape. Oh, it's so lovely. And this yarn's lovely as well. It's soft and it's fuzzy and it's just delish. This is Rico Creative Painted Power Cotton DK. Very lovely sort of variegated pinks and sort of aqua blue. It's got some yellowy beigey tones in there. Excuse me. And it just transitions softly from the pink into the blue. There's a few tiny little purplish bits in there. I'm not a massive purple fan, but I don't mind a little dash. And it's absolutely lovely. And it's so simple. It's just got this nice sort of rolled edge to start. And then you just go round and round and round until, well, you can either follow the pattern for, you know, X amount of repeats. I think it's 7 or 8 repeats, because to do a repeat you're doing, see they're offset, so like that section is a repeat. So you do that for as long as you want, I guess, as per the pattern, or longer if you want more squished, you know, more fabric around your neck. I might just follow it as the pattern, and then you can, it's the sort of thing that you can do in front of the TV quite easy. And this is my project that I'm taking to the knitting group every week because it's so simple. You don't have to think about it too much. I can chit chat and not worry. Look, oh, that's my project key. Oh, what's the word? Stitch marker. I got that at the Southern Wool Show as well. Ages ago. Or did I get that at Unravel? Anyway, I got it at a yarn fair. I might have got it at, oh, it doesn't matter, does it? You don't care. I can't remember who I bought it off, so where I bought, you know, which town I bought it in. Even that's interesting, isn't it? So yeah, and that's living in a makeup bag, an Estee Lauder makeup bag, which I find double up beautifully as project bags. Although that one's got a zip, and I'm not as a fan of zips around knitting because there have been troubles in the past. Now my other thing I'm working on, like these are a bit sort of socks of doom, these were from Handmade Studios, which is a local yarn store which is soon to be closing in Petersfield. I think they're going to go mainly online, and also a little bit I think she can do from home. Anyway, they do a Sock Saturday thing, and this was their Sock Saturday project from, I think, perhaps May last year. So you get the yarn and the pattern, and they're both a surprise, so you don't know what you're getting on the day. And the yarn, although it's super pretty, not my cup of tea at all, and the pattern is very pretty. They're called the Let It Shine socks, a little bit of lace down the side, and I think I'm not really getting very far with them because The yarn is full of colour. It's quite muddy looking. I can't remember who the dyer was for this. Maybe I shouldn't say because I didn't like it. I don't like it very much. Oh, I've lost the ball band anyway. God, I'm useless today, aren't I? So yeah, it looks pretty there. But as you're knitting it, I just find the shades are all really sort of muddy and murky together. So yeah, nice and soft yarn, but not really me. So I've got one sock done. I'm on the foot of the second sock, so hopefully I'll have these done in the not too distant future. And then I don't know what I'll do with the rest of this yarn that I've got left, because that is not my cup of tea at all. Maybe I'll do some sort of gift knitting with it. So that is it for whips and finished objects. Now, I've bought a couple of things. I've bought some things from, there's near me, I'm going to a craft workshop this afternoon, which will be Ace. It's called the Anne Louise and Thistle shop. It's actually where I bought the pattern and the yarn for this. It's an excellent shop. She does fantastic workshops. They're really fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's like a little crochet, almost like well, not a granny square, but it's not actually a granny square. It's a square of crochet, and it's got a flower emblem in the middle. And it's just, I'm only going for, I don't particularly love the design. I don't really like that kind of sort of 60s looking to me, that sort of daisy motif middle. Not my favourite, but I'm not great with crochet, so it's a technique I'm going for. So I'm looking forward to that. But next door but one, quite cheekily, Rowan's opened up one of their crafting charity shops where they sell people's de-stash and estate, you know, things that have been left over when someone's died and the family donates all of their stuff. Also ex-shop stock, so you can get some amazing bargains in there. But it was quite cheeky of them, I think, to open up next to a local yarn store, because it's quite competitive, isn't it, to do that? But you do get a bargain. So although my sympathies are very much with the shop, I do love a bargain. So they had, and of course it's completely random what they have in there, you never know. So I bought in there, they had faux fur pom-poms, which is lovely, isn't it? I love that colour. Oh, I love that colour so much. And they charged me 50p for that. I picked up this, it's a blocking board and 8 pins for blocking squares, hexagons and triangles, crochet, and that they charged me, that was £1. And I know that this would be, yeah, because it's a media company, so this would have been a freebie with some sort of knitting magazine, or more likely crochet, eh? But you know, if you don't want it, why not donate it? So, and yeah, and the Rowan's is a really lovely hospice, so you know, I'm not averse to them raising money. They also had, now generally the yarn that they have in there is on the crap side, but, and when I say crap side, I do mean it's like, you know, colours you'd have to really make an effort to like, and like bizarre textures and things, not necessarily very nice things. But occasionally they have some little gem in the yarn as well, and this time they had this ball of West Yorkshire Spinners Colour Lab DK in this gorgeous bright pink, and that was £2. So I'm delighted with that, and I might make myself the Boneyard sweater, you know, with the Boneyard in Love, is it? I might put a picture in. I love that, and I really want to make it. Oh, have I got that Let It Shine? Yes, I have. The pattern for the Let It Shine socks. This is a free pattern as well. That doesn't really show you any more than I've shown you, does it? That was useful for you. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to make with that, but I think I might make the Boneyard Lovers, I think it's called, sweater, and have that as the colour behind where the skeletons and little ghosties are. Now this I bought, they also sell offcuts of fabric, or sometimes it's small amounts and sometimes it's meters and meters of it. Now I got this, it is 1 metre and it's 112 wide by 1 metre long, and it was only £3. But look at how gorgeous that is. It's a bear and a hare and a fox and the inn and a deer and some sort of birdie thing and some squirrels. Oh, it's just lovely, isn't it? Isn't that lovely? And I thought that had a really gorgeous wintry feel, but without being too Christmassy. I just think that's absolutely lovely. So I'm going to use that to make some project bags to put in the old Etsy shopperola. I'll show you them. I'll show you them when they're done. I should have made them by now already, to be honest, but I haven't. Stuff going on, things to do and all that. Some of the stuff has been quite sad. Now then, I don't know what book I was reading when I last spoke to you. It would have been a good month ago, so I've probably read a few since then. But I finished reading this. Oh, all the knitting stuff's done now, so if you want to naff off, if you're not interested in what books I've been reading, tra, thanks very much for popping by, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Right then, book friends. The Daughter by T.M. Logan. I love T.M. Logan. He's one of those writers that you're in from the very first page. You just literally start reading the page and you're right there, and it just draws you through. In fact, this is one of those books that I have to ration myself with because I don't want to finish it too quickly. I like to sort of think about it. I mean, the mister, he read it too. He read it before me, and then as I'm reading it, I can say, he'll say to me, what bit are you up to now? And I'll say, oh, I've met that bloke, you know, she's been to the university, and she's, oh, really creepy guy. And he's like, oh yeah, that's a good bit. And I like that. I enjoy that very much. He's also read this one, but he read it so long ago that he denied all knowledge of ever having read it until I actually put it in his hands, and he had to look at it properly and remember that he has indeed read it. So we won't be chatting about this, since he only has a very sketchy memory of it even existing. The Prison Doctor by Dr. Amanda Brown, Women Inside. She is literally a prison doctor. So when people go into prison, she's the first medical person they meet. When they first go in, she talks through, you know, what medication they might need. If they've got addiction issues or what have you, she'll prescribe stuff to help them with withdrawal. And she, you know, checks what sort of state they're in physically and mentally. It's absolutely fascinating. I mean, it's obviously really sad because most of the women in prison are there because they've been in abusive relationships, or they've had, you know, terrible things have happened to them and they've fallen into crime quite often because they've been coerced into it and stuff. I mean, some people do just do bad things, obviously. I'm not one of those people that thinks like that everyone's just lovely and misunderstood. Obviously, some people make a choice to do some really horrible things. And what can you do? You have to be punished if you do terrible stuff. But it is, you know, it's really sad for their children as well. I mean, some of them have the babies while they're in prison, and thankfully they've got a really lovely mother and baby unit where they're really looked after, and they have the child with them until they're 18 months, which I know is not that long really in the grand scheme of things, but it's something, isn't it? And they do a lot there to support them as best they can, really. But it's quite a tough read. So although I'm enjoying it, a bit of a tough read. On my audio book, I'm listening to Emma by Jane Austen. I get them all muddled up in my head. It's the one with the piano. That's how I remember it. It's the one with the piano. So I'm going with work. We're going on a work jolly to go and see a play, a stage version of Emma. And the amount of stuff they're going to have to cut out, surely, to whittle it down to a couple of hours, because the audiobook is over 10 hours, 10:30 now, something like that. But yeah, I don't know if I'm wasting my time reading the book, because I've got the book, but an actual print copy of the book downstairs, and I'm listening to it on audio as well to try and catch up as much with it. I want to get it done before we go to the play, really. But it doesn't matter if I don't really, does it? Because it's not going to be exactly the same, is it? It's an adaptation. For all I know, they might all turn up doing the can-can. Anyway, I'll let you know. I'll let you know how we get on. So, if you've only got any... you blocking this, by the way, please, you know, if you're thinking of leaving a comment, please do. Much appreciated. But blocking is not going to save this. There's a whole lot of hideousness going on. And the colour placement is not working brilliantly well for me either. That blocking won't fix. I can't block it out by another 6 inches, which it would need. But if you've got any suggestions as to what I can do with the damn thing, I'll listen to them quite happily. So, I'm going to say sayonara. I hope you're having a marvellous time, and I'll be back in touch soon. Ta-ra! Oh, I might pop in some pictures at the end too of the funeral I went to was in Margate, which is a smashing place, and I'm sad that I couldn't be there for better reasons, because I would have liked to have spent some more time with family and exploring the area, because it is lovely. But I might pop some pictures in of Margate and maybe some pictures. I had something else. Oh gosh, I went to TK Maxx the other day and they got the Christmas things out, and it was absolutely gorgeous. Having said that, we've decided we're not going to bother putting the tree up this year because the cat eats it. So I'm getting my Christmas fix where I can. I really am gonna love you and leave you now. Ta-ra!
Yeah.